This is just Laury from paperthreads.com, where I'm an exclusive designer. Today I'm going to show you how to color my new file, which is called Ballet Dancer. Now I'm going to start with my E51 marker, which is just a very milky white is what it is called, and it is just a very pale peach color. When I work with these markers, I work on the side of the marker, and it's a sweeping motion where I just put a very small amount of paint down on. I'm going to call this painting. I'm not going to call it coloring. Now this, I just started here. My husband came up in the middle of the video. I had to stop for a while, so we'll start again. So I'm going to sweep, starting on the edge, and then just bring that in. And then I'm going to bring her arms just down across her body like that. We'll go to the other side and we'll just sweep in from the hands just a little bit here, and we'll come down like that. Now let's do a little bit of her face, just sweeping in here. By starting with her face, when I color her hair darker, a little bit later if I have overshot on the face, I'm not going to really care. Now for the legs, I go from the skirt out because there's a sharper demarcation here. So I'll just start there. Now notice that little line that's happening right there. That's about the only time you end up with a sharp line. And we'll go over onto this other leg here, starting right here at this demarcation here, and moving it down, just sweeping just to get a little bit of color. Now let's go back to some of these other spots here and add a little bit more of a shadow work into it. Underneath the arms, she's got something going on, just a little bit in the inner, just in by the elbow. We have a little deeper coloring here under her arm, in her armpits. There was a muscle right here, so let's give her a little bit of muscle definition. We'll give her a little shoulder going here, a little bit of shoulder going there, a little bit more of the muscle definition here, the inner arm. We'll do her thumb because we're going to just, her thumb's below the rest of her hand. Let's darken this little finger because that's in the background. I'm thinking I'm going to darken this little thumb too. Okay, let's go up. It's just, now when you come in on these markers from the edge, it's very nice. Notice that there's bleed over onto the paper. Now here's the thing, I don't like to color in lines. I really don't. That's just it. So working with the die cuts is really nice. Now underneath her chin we have a slightly darker area here, and I actually took a little bit more chin than I wanted, but this is light when it dries, and right in here in her eye area, that's going to be a little touch here underneath the nose. And let's go a little bit of down here, just the ankle. We'll go in here, and then we'll take a little bit on the under part of her leg and bring that up. And we'll bring that up. We'll leave the top of the leg. Okay, so at this point, she's, oh, how did I do that? She's looking pretty good. I'm going to move on to the next color. I'll be back to that color. This is my R01. This is a great color for just a little bit of cheek stuff. Now, we're going to just give her a little rosy bloom. Think about when you put blush on your face. You give a little smile and you stick it on the bloom. There you go. Now we're going to deepen up the chin area a little bit more where I wanted it before. A little bit here, just to deepen a little here under the underarms. Yes, that looks like she's got underarm stain, but it'll be okay. Would hate to embarrass her that way. Okay, so let's see. Now, what else do I want to do? I might want to try to do some lips, but let me tell you, I've tried that, and this is such a tiny area that it's not been all that successful. The same with the fingernails. Now, look at this poor one. See, I did with the little, and the lips, they just overdid it. And look, I tried to give her nail the nails. That didn't work either. So, neither one of those are going to happen here. Okay, let's do the hair, and then we'll finish up with this video. Okay, for the hair, there's a little spot here, a little bump in the die cut, and right here. So basically the hair is going to go back from those two little spots. Now, we're going to go a sweeping motion here, 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 and down there. That's all. Notice and then let's do the bun here. The bun is going to be dark, so I'm not too concerned about doing anything bringing that in. Okay, but the shading around the outside of the head, let's just bring a little short sweeps, a little bit of sweeping going on down here. For the shadow, we'll figure that the light is going to be touching the top of her. So I think she's doing pretty good. So let's get that armpit a little bit less. So I'm going back to my E51. So we're going to just darken this in here and bring this down and we're going to go there and just bring a little bit more of the shadow. Now, by just putting a little bit of this ink down, that means that you have a lot of paper that you can use to take up the bleed so that you can get some more variations. You start with the very lightest and you move into the dark. I'm happy with her the way she is right now. So, that's the end of videotape, or that's the end of this little tutorial. The next one, we're going to work on her dress, which will fit right over the top here like so. Until then, this is just Laury.